Hi everyone! Today, we're diving into quadratic equations, a fundamental concept in algebra that helps us understand parabolas and solve real-world problems. A quadratic equation is typically written in a standard form, x superscript 2 plus bx plus c equals 0, where a cannot be 0. These equations are powerful tools for describing curves. When graphed, a quadratic equation forms a beautiful U-shaped curve called a parabola. Understanding this shape is key to visualizing solutions. Let's start with the simplest form, solving equations like x superscript 2 equals k. This involves isolating x by taking the square root of both sides. For example, if we have x superscript 2 equals 9, we take the square root of both sides. Remember, there are always two solutions, a positive and a negative root. So, for x superscript 2 equals 9, our solutions are x equals 3 and x equals minus 3. This method is straightforward for equations where x is already squared and isolated. Next, we explore the null factor law, also known as the zero product property. This law is incredibly useful for solving factored quadratic equations. It states that if the product of two or more factors is 0, then at least one of the factors must be 0. Mathematically, if equals 0, then x, a equals 0 or x, b equals 0. This means that x must equal a or x must equal b. This property allows us to break down complex equations into simpler linear ones. Now let's tackle factorization by splitting the middle term, a common technique for solving more complex quadratic equations. Consider the equation x superscript 2 plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Our goal is to rewrite the middle term, 7x, as a sum of two terms whose coefficients multiply to 12 and add to 7. In this case, the numbers are 3 and 4, because 3 times 4 is 12 and 3 plus 4 is 7. So, we split 7x into 3x plus 4x. Then, we group the terms and factor by grouping, plus equals 0. This leads to x plus 4 is equal to 0. Finally, we factor out the common binomial, resulting in equals 0. Now we can apply the null factor law. Setting each factor to 0 gives us x plus 3 is equal to 0, so x equals minus 3, and x plus 4 is equal to 0, so x equals minus 4. These are our solutions. Let's apply these skills to a real-world problem. Imagine a rectangular garden with a length x meters and a width x 2 meters. If the area of the garden is 20 square meters, we can set up the equation x equals 20. Expanding this, we get x superscript 2, 2x equals 20. To solve, we need to set the equation to 0, x superscript 2, 2x, 20 is equal to 0. We can then use the quadratic formula or factorization to find the value of x. For this example, let's assume we find a positive solution for x. Great job, everyone! Practice these methods, and you'll master quadratic equations in no time. Keep exploring the world of algebra.